morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here. I wanted to get this video out earlier. I have a lot of things to say, so I'll try to make it short and quick. I just thought of something else to say too. It's weird going through this for everyone, you know, and what are you supposed to do, you know, with all your old friends? You know, what are you supposed to do? Just sever everybody like Men in Black, MIB? You know, not talk to them anymore? It's almost like this previous election that we had that I know broke up a lot of families, a lot of relationships. That's basically what this is going to do. You've got to make a decision. You know, most of the people that I grew up with, I don't really know. They're scattered all over the country, so chances of me ever really bumping into anybody, it's slim, but it's a possibility. You know, and I don't recommend you do that. You know, friends are important, especially the people that you grew up with, you know. And I think you'll find a way to explain it to them, and then they'll be on the same page, and you'll be even closer to them. So I just wanted to throw that tidbit out there to you. Back to my original video, what I originally planned to say in this one is, I went on Mark Sargent's show last night, his radio show. He's on Truth Frequency Radio. I mention that to you. It's 10 o'clock on Tuesdays. If you dial a few times, you can usually get through. I got through a little later. I had to wake up to work this morning fairly early. So I'm a little tired. But I'm going on vacation, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. You know, so I'll make up for it. So anyway, I didn't tell him exactly everything that I wanted to tell him, because you can only talk to him for like 30 seconds. But, you know, to talk to somebody who's on the same page and not just texting, you know, and I mean, I have comments, and I try to get to all the comments that are written to me. I mean, it's good that, you know, we're all communicating together, but it's not the same, you know, with being face-to-face and having FaceTime with somebody. That's important. And I think it's also important to bring when you bring up your children, too. You should talk to them. You should look them in the eye and always have that, you know. But, see, I went off on another tangent. So, at least you can talk to somebody on the phone, and he's very responsive. He'll answer any questions that you have, if you can get through. A lot of regulars call. I try to call every week. But there's some weeks I just don't have time. This is one thing I did want to bring up with him on the show, and I wasn't able to do it. Nobody seems to really be talking about the clouds. You know, on a day like this, it's difficult. It's very hazy. You can't see a ceiling at all, and there's cumulonimbus clouds. I think that was the name of it. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. And so you can't tell on a day like this, but when like storms come in or after a storm, you can really see it. And that's the layer of clouds that are right over the atmosphere. The air pressure is pushing, you know, I guess that's pushing it down, and it's creating this just flat ground, you know, with the clouds. And if they're all together, you know, just as the storms start to develop, then you can really see it for 50 or 100 miles. I want somebody to try to go out there on the internet and try to find a curvature proof of clouds. You know, no one's really brought that up, because that's another proof right there. That's right in front of your eyes. You don't even need to just go out on your porch, you know, or go out in your backyard and just take a look up, and it's right there. I mean, this is why this system was developed to be debunked. You know, once we reach the level of technology and the level of intelligence that we are now, it's just a matter of time. You know, we're all getting out to people. But that's one evidence right there for somebody else to think about that I don't think anybody's really talked about. Now, water vapor, and that's what those clouds aren't going to bend. It's impossible. They can't bend. You know, it's a joke. Just like water, can't bend either. It falls to its level. It's straight as can be. If you remember that old show called Ice Truckers, it was a bunch of people driving over this thin ice, and a lot of action that they want you to make you think. A lot of hoopla, but anyway, it's probably why the show isn't even on anymore. One of those stupid reality shows that I used to watch. You could have proven it right there to me if you could show me a hump in that water that shows me a curve. You know, I mean, it's amazing that no one's really. I think somebody's brought that back up, but you know, they do this on these lakes. You know, I mean, there's absolutely no curvature. It's flat as can be. You know, some more evidence for somebody to think about. It would be nice if somebody could come up and say, "Oh, I found the curvature," instead of somebody saying, "I saw the curvature from a mountain." No, you didn't see anything. Unless if you've got a fisheye lens for an eyeball, you're not seeing any curvature at all. No matter how high you go up there, you're not seeing anything. And you're also never going to find a hump in the water signifying curvature too, because there should be some sort of slope or something like that. You know, it's not going away. We're not going away. You know, we're here. There are going to be more videos that are going to be made. There are going to be more light bulbs going on. There's going to be more circles formed, more live chats. You know, it's more billboards going up. It's not going to stop. You know, it's just going to progressively get better and better and better. And eventually it'll hit a tipping point. You know, the media is going to have to acknowledge this. They're going to have to get into their, you know, pretty suit and their pretty dresses and sit down, and they're going to have a conversation about the flat earth. And they're going to have to bring it up in a topic, in a discussion, and not laugh about it and go, oh, and tell me it's a mirage and tell me it's all this other BS, because it's not. It's real. And we all know it now. And the scientists aren't coming out, because NDT isn't a scientist, and Nye guy, the science, whatever you want, a puppet, he's not none of these people are scientists. They're actors, you know. I want to see somebody come up like Walter Cronkite with his glasses on and his white jacket on saying, you know, we can't prove a curvature either. I mean, a curvature either. So I would love to see that. I can't wait when that happens. If it gets to that point, I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to. It's hitting that point. I believe it is. I can feel it. You know, people are starting to wake up around us. They're all around. They're here. You know, they don't want to come out, but they know. They know. I get giggles and stuff like that when people see me pass by on the highway. I see people taking out their cameras. One other point I wanted to say, and I'm probably going to leave you with this. We all know about the fake GPS system and how planes just disappear and reappear again, especially all continental flights do. I want to know if anybody can go out there and find me a statistic on any of these jets that are going, what are they, Mach 10 now? Mach 5, I believe? How fast are we going now? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's faster than the speed of sound. So, say we're up at Mach 5, okay? Do you know what the course correction on a jet would be? On a plane, it would be every 10 minutes going 600 miles per hour. On a jet, it would be a fraction of a second that plane would have to go like this, constantly inching downwards, you know, so he doesn't fly off the planet. But yet, you don't hear of one incident of a jet flying off into space. Not one. I haven't heard one, ever. Nobody's ever flown off to space. So I guess our fake GPS system must be absolutely flawless. They never break. Because, I mean, really, if the planet was the curvature that they say it is, you can get into a fast enough car and it would feel like you're constantly going down. I mean, from New York to California, we're talking 3,500 miles. The curvature alone on that should be so visible 30,000 feet up in the air, but yet it's not. You know, nothing's. It should be going curving for miles. And these pictures that they're giving us, you know, we're all adults now. We don't want any more CGI. We don't want any cartoons anymore. You know, we're tired of seeing them. Don't even bother putting them out anymore, as far as I'm concerned. It's quite humorous. It really is. I mean, of everything, of the planets, of the constellations. It's just a joke. You know, it's. Well, you get what I'm saying. All right, I think I've said what I have to say.